morning or afternoon or evening or midnight, whenever you're listening to this podcast. Hope you're having a great time. This is the Tarot Talks with Edith Mary, and you may have noticed there's some new things around, some new podcast covers, some new images, some new way of doing things. I'm even including video, though not necessarily with this particular episode, because frankly, I forgot to put on makeup this morning, and you really don't want to see that. But having said that, things are new and changing. Things are exciting. I am learning all kinds of new things. I will be a certified hypnotist very shortly, specializing in past life regressions. So you can look forward to more information about that. Today, in this particular podcast, we are going to be covering Judgment, the number 20 card from the tarot deck, or most decks. Not all of them are numbered exactly the same. Judgment isn't necessarily what you would think about judgment being. Judgment in the Christian sense is people being called from out of the grave to ascend, and they will be judged for their actions. Well, that's not exactly what this particular card is all about. This card is about a call to higher service. It is whatever your belief is about the afterlife, the Judgment card in the tarot deck isn't about that. It is about a call to higher service. It is about stepping it up to the next level. It is about beginning that volunteer service. It is about answering the call to be a better human, to help other people step it up, to be a guide, a mentor. In general, that is what it means. Where you do that specifically is up to you. I mean, where in your life you do that, with what organization do you decide to spend your energy and your time? In addition, it is a call to look at our lives very deeply, and see where we can improve, where we can take a look at our actions. And do our actions and our words match? Do our actions and our words not match, which basically makes us into a liar? For lack of a really nice politically correct term, if your words and your actions don't match, you are a liar. Your words will never have meaning if they do not match your actions. So you can say all you want, oh yes, I'm going to do that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but your actions prove otherwise. Your actions are the ones that are speaking the truth. So it is a call to take a really deep look at how you are spending your energy, how you are presenting yourself into the world, because if you're not presenting yourself with integrity, you're also not living in integrity. So it's a chance to really look at that and to reassess, not judge, but reassess. Do we need to learn something new? Do we need to learn anger management? Do we need to learn NLP? Do we need to learn how to listen? Do we need to learn better management skills so that other people aren't anxious or stressed out when we walk into a room? We've all had that one coworker or boss we've all been terrified of. So what have you modeled yourself after in your life? It is also a time to stop judging yourself and to stop judging others. All of us have things we look at people go, oh my God, look at that dress. Isn't that awful? Or look at that tie. Or, oh my God, is he showing off with that car? Those are all judgment statements. When in reality, we should be going, oh, she must really like trendy clothing. Or his tie is like super abstract. Isn't that really cool? And that car, isn't that wonderful? He can afford that kind of a car. That is great. One set is judgmental. Another set is everybody gets to live their life the way they want. I don't have a say about it other than, hey, I'm happy for you. So when we can reach that point in our lives, when we can go, I'm happy for you, without saying, oh, I wouldn't do that. You've reached a level of emotional maturity and intelligence where you can move forward, where you can step it up to another level and go help homeless people without judgment, or where you can help people with mental health issues without judgment and fear. So the judgment card really does call us to dig around deeply in our subconscious, in our basement, take the cobwebs out of the attic, and just, how are we presenting ourselves? When other people think about you or talk about you, what are they possibly saying? Are they saying, this is a really incredible, supportive person? Or are they saying, this is a Karen or a Brandon or whatever the new words are for that? Very judgmental, reactive person. That is not something anybody needs to be. We need to stop and think about what it is that's coming out of our mouths, because that is what's going to leave the first impression. The second impression must be your actions. And people know when your actions and your words don't match. So it is stepping fully into your integrity and into your authenticity when you are viewing the judgment card with your client or with yourself. There is a deck where there is a phoenix coming out of a cauldron as the judgment card, which is very much about fixing all that crap that's wrong with us. And we've all got plenty that needs to be fixed. We all have issues. As long as we're taking a breath, we have issues. But can we overcome those issues to rise above the ashes and create ourselves in a more mature fashion, in a more compassionate, empathetic fashion? We've got the power to do that every single day. When we wake up, I'm going to be a better person today than I was yesterday. And tomorrow I'll be even better. It is almost kind of like the temperance card, where we are being called to clear away the junk, like the refiner's fire. We get rid of all the impurities. So that's what the judgment card is asking us to do. Get rid of the impurities and help people up in the process. Help people feel better about themselves. Help people understand the world around them. Help them get what they need. Because you've been there and you've done that. You know exactly how it feels. So this card is very much about rebirth and going the extra mile for people. And in the shadow position, this card is very much about not living in integrity, about letting yourself down, about just sitting around doing the barest minimum that you can and still expecting spirit to provide for you. Are you seeking redemption in the sense that you're picking yourself up, dusting the ashes off and moving on? Or are you seeking just similarities? Are you seeking sameness? Are you seeking today is going to be the same as yesterday and tomorrow will be no different? That is a defeatist view. That is very much a view of someone who's given up, someone who has become so okay with life that improving yourself doesn't seem necessary. So that could also be a narcissistic point of view or an egotistical, arrogant point of view. In the shadow part of the Judgment card. We kind of, how could I possibly be any better than I already am? Well, yeah, there's that little attitude right there. So it's very much about an attitude adjustment. So the things you need to look out for is, are you still on your path? Are you living to your fullest potential? Are you living in fear? Are you living from ego? Are you worthy of redemption? Do you even feel worthy of having a better life? Do you feel worthy of being better? Or are we so worthless that better is not even an option? In which case, a little therapy would help. A little therapy is going to help everybody at some point in their lives. So don't be afraid of that one. So that's my take on the judgment card. Whenever I see that come up in a reading, I think it is time to step it up. It is time to make sure your words and your actions match. It is time to live more in integrity and less in bias and judgment and fear. It is time to step out, no matter how you fear, what you're fearing, no matter what you're fearing, you are able to overcome it. You can squish it down if you're answering the call to higher service, because you will always be supported by Spirit no matter what it is you do. Spirit doesn't care what you do. Spirit will always support you in the decision that you make. So you cannot fail, because they will always support you. You cannot have a wrong path, because Spirit, God, your guides, your angels will always support you, because you've at least made a decision about something. Some people can't even decide that. Some people wait their lifetime to find out their purpose, when really all they had to do was decide what it was. So the judgment card is about stopping that. Decide who you are, decide what you want to be, decide what difference you make in the world, and go do it. That's the judgment card. And stop judging others. Stop judging yourself as unworthy. Stop judging yourself as less than. Stop judging yourself as incapable. There is no one in this world that is not capable. No matter what your disability is, you have a purpose. Most people get to decide what that is. Some people are born with it. Others have it thrust on them. Most of us get to decide. So really, just figure it out. Figure out what you want to do. I know what I want to do with the next chapter of my life. I'm working on becoming certified hypnosis so I can help people in other ways and expand my practice and include a little bit of that with the tarot reading and the podcast. So figure out what your purpose is, basically what you like to do, your hobbies, your passion, your something, and go do that. You'll be supported financially, emotionally, physically, mentally, if you just decide. If you start living in the light and deciding this will be the day I make a difference in someone's life in some way. Now, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes it's just a matter of, today I will smile and I will be nice, and whoever needs a hug will find me today, and I will give them that hug, because maybe, just maybe, you're their last straw. Maybe you're the thing that brings them back from the edge, and you don't even know it until well after it's happened, if ever. So think about that for judgment. We don't always know what somebody else needs that we can provide, whether it's a smile, a hug, a cup of coffee, dessert at the restaurant. Maybe you just need to call up your grandchild and say, I just wanted to say hi and ask you if you need anything. They may have just been crying because they didn't have enough food in the fridge, and you were their rescuer, their hero today. So don't be afraid that your purpose isn't serving something huge for humanity. Sometimes your purpose that day is for just one person. You can make a difference in the entire world by just helping one person. I have a number of examples in my life where that has happened to me, where they changed my entire world and I changed the way I said or did things because of the way they treated me or what they said or a conversation I overheard, and vice versa. I've had people tell me the same thing. You changed my life. And when you change someone else's life, you change the rest of the world as well. So, sorry, didn't mean to get all soapboxy on you, but that's my take on the judgment card. I would really, really love to hear what you have to say about the judgment card because everybody's different. I love to get new ideas and new perspectives on things. So why don't you let me know what you think about the judgment card and how it plays out in your practice, or what you think about what I have to say. I don't care if you even tell me you think I'm full of crap. Everybody's idea and everybody's perspective is quite valid. I may not like it, but, I accept it. So reach out to me either by direct message or on Facebook or through the links on my website. My phone number is absolutely everywhere. You can reach me if you want to. You just take EdithMaryStanley.com. There you've reached me. So don't be afraid to open the conversation. So if you have found this of value, thank you. I am glad that you have. Feel free to support this channel because without other people's support, I really couldn't do this because I'd have to go get like a job. So thank you so much to everyone who has supported my work and who follows me and learns from me. I appreciate it very much. Please consider being one of those people and subscribing. So if you have something specific you want me to speak on, please let me know that too. And I will see you next time.